Hey everyone, JJ here. Recently had the pleasure of meeting the man, the myth, the legend, David Greene. For those of you who have been living underneath the rock and don't know who he is, he's a highly successful real estate investor, best-selling author, but most widely recognized for being the co-host of the #1 real estate podcast, BiggerPockets. David is not only a real estate investor, but also an educator who has helped countless of people achieve financial freedom through real estate. One topic that always comes up when considering investing in real estate in Florida, and rightfully so, are the insurance costs and the hurricanes. You won't believe what David had to say about investing in the Sunshine State. His insights are eye-opening.
There's pros and cons of investing everywhere. In fact, if you had the perfect area that had all pros and no cons, everyone else would be investing there. It'd be very hard to get a deal, and that would become a con, right? You're always balancing pros and cons. You don't make wealth by trying to avoid cons. Now let's talk about some of the Florida pros and cons. Jay mentioned several of these things. The pros, massive population growth. Everyone's moving there. I've said it before. If you just took like a table of the United States and you shifted it down and to the right, that's where all the population tends to be going towards right now. And I think they will continue to for the future. Long-term population growth means you can expect increasing rents. Another pro is that businesses are moving into Florida. I'm a Florida investor, and this is one of the reasons that I'm putting money into that market is I'm watching a lot of businesses leaving New York and going into South Florida. And that's going to lead to increased rents in the future because people make more money and they have better jobs so they can pay more rent. They can pay more for a house, which both drives the price of my home and the rent that I can get for that home up. What else is good about Florida? Overall, it's pretty good weather. You get a lot of rain and you do get hurricanes, but you don't have the snow and the freezing cold issues like pipes bursting that can cause you some problems investing in real estate. Now, that's why everyone wants to invest there. This is why so many people are talking about it. They like the pros, but you got to look at the cons. Number one, insurance is ridiculous. It is insane. I'm getting hammered on insurance. The lowest quote I could get on homeowners insurance for this property, the premium to insure it as a short-term rental was $26,000 a year. That's a down payment on a house in some places. It's a big, nice house. It's near the beach. It's over $1 million. It's a 5,000, 6,000 square feet home. So this insurance thing is legit. That's a pretty big con. Another con, the actual hurricanes that cause these high insurance premiums are real and they do happen. And that's why Jay is saying consider investing in the middle of the state because you get less of that type of activity going on. Now there's a con to investing in the middle. Okay. And that's, you tend to make more money on the coastlines. That's why we're looking to want to buy there. We want to be near the beach. So you have to factor that in to your choices. Another con for investing in Florida is that it's very competitive. In the best areas, there's a lot of other people that are trying to buy. Don't get stuck only looking at cons. There always is going to be a con in any area you're going to. Just make sure that the pros outweigh them.
David highlighted both the pros and cons of investing in Florida. On one hand, the population growth, the job opportunities, and the great weather all contribute to a higher rental income. On the other hand, there are challenges like the higher insurance, the possibility of hurricanes, and the increase of competition because everyone wants a slice of the Sunshine State. So how do we balance the pros and the cons? Well, the key is to be patient and disciplined. Only pursue deals that make sense even with the higher insurance premiums. Ideally target properties that are outside of the typical hurricane paths and flood zones. That's why my focus has been on the Tampa Bay, the St. Pete, and Clearwater area because, knock on wood, it's been over 100 years since there's been a direct hit on land in these areas. And trust me, there are plenty of deals that are still good and make financial sense if you know how and where to look. And let's not forget, those higher insurance premiums everyone complains about are there to protect you. On our properties, we have peace of mind knowing that in the unlikely event our units are flooded or impacted by a hurricane, our insurance will cover our loss of income and the cost of repairs. So if you're looking to capitalize on the Florida booming market and are looking to diversify your real estate portfolio into passive investments, then click the link below to learn more or schedule a call so we can discuss your financial goals.